Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's get the lemon water going like we do every day at the beginning of the live. Keep the mind, body, and soul going. Did you work out this morning? I did. I was up at 5:30 going over the charts, going over the gains that we made in the trading group. Unbelievable. I cannot believe how the trading group keeps rolling. It just proves to me if you put in the hard work will take care of you. All you have to do is work hard, stay disciplined, and everything else will fall into play. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. What a beautiful, beautiful day it is to be alive. Let's take a look at that ticker. Let's see what's going on here in crypto land. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to each and every one of you. What a beautiful time it is to be alive. Let's take a look at the charts. Let's see what's happening with Bitcoin. And if you're in the trading group, let's just talk. I like to go over the gains because every day I like to hold myself accountable for what went on in the trading group last night because people are paying $99. And I want to make sure if you pay $99, you get exactly what you paid for. You get exactly what you paid for. So let's take a look at the gains on gains. Yeah, 2.3%. What are the minimal gains? But there could be more coming for that, you know. But these are kind of funny gains. But the point of the story is they didn't lose money. You know what I'm saying? But those weren't the bigger ones. We took 21.98% out of Sushi 3L last night. It was in a beautiful flag. The flag would pop to the upside. No stop loss would get hit in the making of this trade. No, seriously. And then, seriously. And then look, here we had Sand 3L. My baby Sand was also in a beautiful, beautiful bull flag like that with the 21-day moving average. Stochastics pushing down and curling to the upside. It is everything we go for. It is the special sauce that I talk about. And bang, 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 bang. 23.98% gains. We put that out at 10 last night. We would wake up to gains. Same thing with the other one up at 10 last night. I was able to figure out where Bitcoin was going to go at the last minute last night. And sometimes you can see a bunch of things in the trade. Like basically, if you go through hundreds of coins and you see that 10, 15 coins are all in a bull flag, it tries to tell you something. So when other people are just looking at one trade, I'm scanning the market every single day consistently. So when you scan, think about it. One coin in a cup and handle, another coin in a cup and handle. You start to understand something is happening in the market. You're like, why are all these coins showing signs of life here? And lo and behold, it gives you a probability. So if you had been in the trading group, you would have made gains last night. And let me just show you how they were presented. So, and look, I can't get you all the gains that we put out this morning. I've been up since 5 a.m. So there you go. But, so right now, last night I was about to go to bed. We did a Bitcoin update, number one. I've already done two updates, video updates for the group today. Okay. So last night I'm about to go to bed at 10:15 last night. And I've been going to bed early. I'm out in the country now. It's dark. I'm trying to go to bed by 10:30, 11. Usually I'm up till 2, 3 in the morning. But now I'm waking up at 5 a.m. So I'm doing the 10, sleeping from 10 to about 5 a.m., 10 to 4:45 and getting it in. That's a cup and handle too as well. Cup with a handle. But, falling wedge to the upside at 10:15 a.m. And you can even just see here, if you click on the big link and make it a big screen. Supposed to make it a link. Weird. Click on this. It's supposed to make it a link. Oh, did I turn off? I think I did something wrong. Like I said, I turned off all embeds. I don't want to do that. Yikes. I want to turn on all embeds. Now they're not embedded anymore. They used to take me right to the chart. I clicked something today. If someone could help me with that, I clicked something today. I don't know what I clicked. Next thing you know, it said now I'm seeing that they're not embedding. Anyway, move on. But that's a pain. I want to see all my charts in bed. So when you click on them, it takes you to the actual chart. You know what I'm saying? If anyone could help me with that, please, I need it right away. I don't know what I did this morning. I did notice I went to post something and it said delete. And I was like, yeah, I want to delete. And it said delete all embeds. And I was like, nah. But it flicked. The next thing you know, it had said that, I don't know how to replace that. Anyway, let me jump onto the chat, see what's happening. Shout out to each and every one of you. The one and only CryptoLifer. Shout out to everybody. Can you stand the rain, baby? Shout out to Finbook. Shout out to everybody here. Someone said big hands. Sam, fix your screen. Someone say big hands. Sam, fix your screen. What? Why? Why do I have to fix my screen? Why? Oh, the embeds. Look. All the embeds just went to this. Look, all the embeds just went here. I clicked on them. They all went here. Funny. They were going to another. I have monitors all around me. It's insanity, right? I am traveling, so you got to give me some credit. I'm trying to produce the show as if I produce in the studio, but I'm traveling. It's better than most regular shows, I'll tell you right now, with all the equipment and what we do here. So, wow. Jeez. You can see every trade I put out, but there it is right there. Wow. Let's just. So there's the call right there, and it would pump to the upside. Anyway, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let's get rid of all that. Yeah, we don't need all that. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, what everybody wants to know, what everyone comes to the show for every single day. They want to know what's happening with Bitcoin. Shout out to the 606 people on the live. Actually, I want to do an extraction right now, Porter Rock. Check this out. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price. I'm a professional crypto trader. I also have CryPTOLIFER on YouTube. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price. I'm a professional crypto trader. I'm also known as CryPTOLIFER on YouTube. I have a Discord, all right? My Discord has grown from about 397 subscribers to paying subscribers to 606 in the last month to month and a half. That was when Bitcoin tanked from 36,000 all the way to 17,500. The crypto market's going down. Why is your trading group growing? What's going on? Most trading groups are dismantling. People are arguing and things are just falling apart. Why is this trading group growing? I'll tell you why. Because we started shorting the market in late April. We started seeing signs in the technical analysis that told us there was going to be trouble for Bitcoin, and we got ready. We ended up getting paid massive amounts of gains. We shorted Luna. We shorted Phantom. We short, we long, depending on the day. Tuesday, we may long. Wednesday, we may short. It doesn't matter. We can trade the 1 hour, the 15, the 7, the 4 hour, and the daily chart. We could even show you where the weekly's going and show you the big boy support and resistance as well as Fibonacci's and more. I've been doing this for a long time. I also use pi cycle charts to time the top and the bottom for Bitcoin, and there's so much other things going on. There's a reason this trading group has grown from 397 paying subscribers to 606 in a bear market. Most businesses are struggling. Most cryptocurrencies are downsizing. I had to hire more people. I had to upsize. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. We are growing at the speed of light. And the reason is because I don't take a day off 7 days a week. I'm on the charts for my subscribers. We put in all the work. I have an elite group that helps me as well. We have a team. We do this together. Jump on in. Become part of the lifers. Learn how to make gains any single day of the week. You know, it took me 4 years to figure this out. You know, and the next halving is going to be Bitcoin's halving in 2024 of May. That's less than 2 years away, and it took me 4 years to do this. You don't even have the time. You got to jump into this trading group right away. Get the learning, get the education. Time is running out. Life-changing wealth is coming. Become a crypto lifer today. Links in the description to these videos or wherever you're looking at this. I can't wait to see you. I stream every day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I'll see you there. All right, cool, guys. I just wanted to, I thought about that this morning. I'm like, man, my trading group is growing, yet all these other trading groups are not, And what's happening? Why are we growing? We're making gains every single day. It does not matter. The technical analysis is showing us the way, and we're just taking it one day at a time. Shout out to everybody. Have a sense of urgency. Yeah, man. We should chart the trading group subscribers bull flag. I know, right? It's in a bull flag consolidating now. There's definitely a graph for that, right? So look at Adam. Funny, I was looking at that because my buddy, right? Funny, man. I was not looking at that. I want to make that clear. All right. I was going over it for a friend. Let's take a look at Bitcoin USDT here on KuCoin. And I'm going to break down what I already said to my subscribers. They got this morning broken down in a bit of a nutshell. This is a big nut. What kind of shell is this nut that I could be inside of? It's such a big nut. That's so stupid. Anyway, okay, so let's break it down for you. I got a lot of squiggly lines. I got a lot going on. May make you a little intimidated, I know, but don't worry. We're going to break it down to bite-sized pieces so you can understand what's happening in the crypto space. What is a POC? Who knows what a POC is? Put your hands up if you know what a POC is. Green screen. There's a green screen cameo? No, that's what someone keeps saying. I can't see it though. Hold on. Oh, there it is. There it is. A little green screen cameo, huh? Okay. Me and my mom must have jumped into it yesterday and just kind of pushed it. All right, it's gone now. You freaking whiners. Nah, I'm just joking. No one's whining. I appreciate it. I'm messing with you guys today. I'm in a good mood. You can tell. Point of control, point of control, point of control. We got our POC people on the point of control. That's exactly, you nailed it spot on. So look, there's a shoulder here. There's a giant head here. And there's a right shoulder here. Even when this happened, we projected the idea we're going to make a right shoulder and get out of this. There's a chance. Now we're making a symmetrical triangle. I'm going to take away the moving averages just for now. Just for now to make it a little clearer for price action. So look, we had this double bottom. We can negate that now. We'll get rid of those. We were saying, could the double bottom hold? It kind of did not. Fell to the downside into the falling wedge. But look, we had a shoulder, head, and a shoulder last night that produced the push up to the upside and then got us the gains to the top of the channel. And then you can see this was kind of the point of control that we had to get above. And we're dealing with it right now. We did get above it. We went to a high of 20,780. But at the same time, there's two points of control here. There's one here and there's one right here at 21,176. If you don't get above 21,176, you might as well consider yourself bearish. You must break these points of control in order to continue to the upside, right? I also have another area here. This is just complete support and resistance. Look, you bounce, you bounce, you bounce. You must get above 21,750 to remain bullish. So bulls must break and hold above 21,750 to remain bullish. It's that simple, all right? 20,500, a psychological resistance. We keep hitting it. We keep hitting it over and over and over and over again. And Bybit, it went higher, yes, because Bybit's a futures contract. Don't say that. It's not spot. You're not making any sense when you say stuff like that. I'm sorry. I love you, David Dakota. But Bybit is a futures contract. A futures contract will go higher than a spot price. We already know that. Don't tell us the obvious. Let's move on. And you shouldn't be trading Bybit. You're going to lose all your money. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so look. Falling wedge here is going to come to the downside and hopefully bounce off this trend line, or hopefully we're getting close to the bounce. The 15-minute is suggesting that we're hitting the trend line. And I'll show you, a lot of times when the 15-minute bottoms out, that's when you hit the bottom of the trend line. Let me just fix this a little bit. Bybit also sells spot. Yeah, sure they do. I'm just messing around. They don't want to, though. They want you to buy leverage, man. They don't seem to promote their spot trading because nobody knows. I don't know that. So they don't even promote it. Barely, you know. Get your $4,000 free and get rocked, man. I don't even want to hear the word. It gets me upset. Okay, so anyway. You know how many people are never going to hold Bitcoin because of Bybit? You know how many people are never going to change their lives because of Bybit? Because they got into leverage trading and they never learned how to dollar cost average into BTC. They lost all their money and then they had to go back to work. They got depressed and they left crypto. It's not a good thing, man. Like, in the long run, it's not a good look. I have to be honest. Like, it's not a good look. Okay. Why I shouldn't trade on Bybit? Do whatever you want, man. Do whatever makes you happy. Okay. Please smash the like button. It really helps the channel. Just say no to leverage, please. Just say no to leverage, man, please. Like, I trade 3x leverage on a KuCoin exchange with a derivative that can't liquidate me, okay? So I'm still taking a high risk when I'm doing that. Very high. You could lose a lot of money trading a 3L token. Oh my gosh, you can get buried. The trade goes one way. You put a few grand in there. You could lose 5, 7, almost 2 grand in a night, dude. So that's 3L tokens that can't even liquidate you. So I don't even want to talk about people that want to go further. If you want to go further, you're greedy. You're pushing yourself into greed. All right? I love you all. I want the best for you. If I want the best for you, it's like your dad and your mom. Like, they don't always tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm your crypto godfather. I'm your crypto daddy. So look, are we going to come a little lower out of this movement? It says there's a chance we don't. There's a chance we actually hold a level. Just being super anal about the level there, but there's a chance we hold a level where we're at. All right, we could even just start making this the pattern. Now the 15-minute will have to flip the 1 hour. What does that mean? Well, the pressure from the 15-minute Stokes as it wants to push up will force the 1 hour to flip. You know, before it gets all the way to the bottom, 1 hour would have to flip somewhere in the middle here for this to occur, to go to the upside, right? So right now, this falling wedge is done. We'll take care of that. And this rising wedge is done. I'm just going to make it nice and neat for you guys. Bear with me today. I'm traveling. It's like I'm still in a different environment. We hit gains last night, though. You got to give credit to the group, man. We made those gains. We're able to call Bitcoin properly, you know. Now, that is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down, and you could say the rising wedge is here, in my humble opinion. And that's what I was saying this morning. Thumb slipped on this keyboard, man. That's what I was saying this morning. All right. I was saying, you know, it's likely we're going to roll over because the 1 hour was like this. In my Bitcoin update at like 7 in the morning, I was like, you know, like we're going to start rolling, you know. And we were. It's been 4 hours of just complete roll. We were like right there and 2 more hours of pain. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down, you know. And I said the 3L token will probably be a nice play, at least for the 15-minute or the 1 hour time frame, you know. Lifer 99, amazing, 24/7 research, Lifer charts and videos, beginners TA, learning library, traders from around the world, elite charts, Jump on into the group, man. I'm Billy Mac Daddy. Shout out to Billy McDonough. I'm with you. That leverage is super risky, but if you're putting smart stop losses, then there is a low probability of liquidation, surely. I'm good with 3S and 3L tokens for sure. I love the 3S and 3L. I play them all the time. So there's still room to dump here on the 1 hour. So the idea is, if you break this trend, you're going to drop even further, and you're going to hit this level here. You have 2 levels to watch out for. This one, and yeah, this one right here. So you're looking at 1999, 20K. And then if you break that, you're looking at 19,800. All right. That's a pure level of support. Nice support zone. So that's going to be your lower range, right? You got your upper range, you got your mid range, your lower range. What I've been showing people recently is a pattern that I am very keen to. I'm going to show you it in a second. You know what? We'll duplicate this. I like to show you multiple Bitcoin charts in conjunction with each other, right? But look, see this? You can see it there, but we're going to look at it clean on the USD chart on Coinbase. Coinbase getting smashed by Binance. We're going to talk about the news there. I'm actually super excited to be able to trade Bitcoin free of charge, right? Free of charge there, soldier. Free of charge. So look, if you go to the 1 hour time frame, this pattern that's starting to form is known as a complex head and shoulder pattern, okay? It has multiple left shoulders, has the head, and then it has multiple left shoulders ahead and multiple right shoulders. If you flip it upside down, it is an inverted head and shoulder that would break to the upside, all right? You would also kind of put it in this basically ascending triangle of sorts, okay? And you would say that the measured move would be the length of the midsection to the top. See how we're flipping the chart upside down? Are you with me on that? Now we're flipping the charts upside down. Now, why are we flipping the charts upside down? Because a lot of people don't want Bitcoin to go a certain way because of their emotions, because of how they feel, because of what they want. They're like, no, you know? And the sad fact is that Bitcoin could go any way it wants to. And when you flip it upside down, you tend to not listen to your own bias points anymore. What did I do? Did I left it? Nah, come on. Hold on. I want to do something fun here and make it clean. But this is what's called a complex head and shoulder. And you can see there's just multiple shoulders on either end, right? And it's kind of making a descending triangle. As we showed you, it was an ascending triangle the other way around. So if that's the case, that has to be a descending triangle. Descending triangles are bearish, and they do break to the downside, all right? Most of the time. They're 50-50, but they do break to the downside most of the time, all right? Little spacey music here. Let's get on to the next hotness. There we go. So I'm just you gotta heed this. The measured move here would take you right back to that same place. You have a giant double bottom here, 17,500, 17,800 area. So I just gotta put, I would print this out or put it on your radar or have it, just because you're gonna forget about this. You're going to forget about this. I'm gonna point it out, and then you're gonna forget about it. Chart's gonna go all different ways, and then one day you're gonna be like, oh man, had I just remembered that, So print this out. Keep this on your radar, because I'll even forget about it. Keep this on your radar, the fact that Bitcoin could be in a complex head and shoulder, right? I haven't seen I don't watch any of the YouTubers, so I don't know who's saying what. I don't watch them, so I don't have time. I really don't. I have just enough time to go through my charts, hang out with my family, and I'm on vacation trying to take a little bit of time to go on a bike ride, trying to get outside, trying to somewhat enjoy myself because my family's away. I've worked so hard, though, recently. I'm like, damn, my parents were like, you just work a lot. I'm like, yep, it is what it is. Like today, we got around the blockchain at 5. Then I have the weekly screen share from 6:30 to 8:30. Everyone, we're going to hang out together, too. Every single week, we hang out together and have a weekly screen share every single week. And we're going to do it again this week, Thursdays from 6 to 8:30. I can't wait to do it. Jump on in. Last Thursday was mind-blowing and life-changing. We went through, like subconscious mind theory and so many other things. We life coach. We do more. What about Tino in Traders Reality? Yeah, I popped in, but that was the first time I watched his show in months. I popped in. That was the first time I watched his show in months. I just decided to pop in. I like the guy. I think he's funny. I send people I like super chats because I believe that people like me will send me super chats, and it's karma. So if I see someone I like, I send them a super chat. That's what I do. That's the kind of person I am. It always comes back to me. Every single time I do it, it always comes back to me. Yesterday I went through and I sent $100 in super chats around the globe. Maybe $150. I sent $50 to Tino. I sent $50. I hit Jordan Cameron. I sent him a bunch of super chats a few days ago. Yesterday I sent I think I sent $50 to $70 to Jason Casper. I just spread the love, man. I spread the love. And you see, they show up on my channel, and they spread the love right back. You know, so us, you know, we gotta stick together, us YouTubers, man. We all hang out. We know what it's like to stream daily and grind and start our own businesses and do our own thing. So I represent, man, and I help others that help me, dude. You know? Shout out to Tokyo Sex Whale. Been a long time since I saw a super chat from you, man. But you used to give him a long, and thank you so much. And you don't have to. No one is obligated. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat from Tokyo Sex Whale, man. Been a while, my man. Been a while. So right now, the 15-minute suggests that we do pump out of this to the upside. We are holding a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. We're holding a beautiful support zone for BTC. So right now, the 15-minute is trying to quell the pain and bounce here to the upside. Let's see if we can. 7-minute and the 15-minute should both be pounded. Yeah, we're getting that momentum. We're in a flag. 15-minute. The measured move is the length of this pole, right? And that would take us back to about $21,000. Can the 50-minute save the day? Again, nothing's going to happen unless we get through the point of control, right? Which you can see by two things. You can either add the indicator here and add the VRVP, the visual range volume profile, but it's kind of a pain, takes long. Or you could just go here. And I love this. You just add the volume fixed profile range right here from the back. I don't think it does it from the front, right? You can't like do it from here, right? Yeah, because it has to cover price action. So you have to like just scroll it over some price action. And there you have it. And you can see our point of control right where our level is. And we're kind of bouncing in the zone. And the point of control might be, there's an actual point, but it's a zone. Like we can actually zone it out like this, just like that, see? Just like my zone. So can we bounce off the point of control at 20,400 area? Right now we are beginning to bounce as suggested. You see that? And it kind of be a shoulder. There'll be a head. Then we'll make a right shoulder. It'll be like a slanted right shoulder and we'll break to the upside. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. 15-minute is stopping right here. Suggests that we will pump to the upside. That will take us for the next 2 hours. And then we'll do a reassessment. I'll do a Bitcoin update for my trading group. And we'll see from there. For right now, I'm bullish on the market for now for Bitcoin based on what I'm seeing here. I would like to see this not make a right shoulder, and it doesn't have to be a complex head and shoulder. I just want to make that clear. It could be a head and shoulder that got negated because we went up to the upside. But I just want to show you something that maybe only a veteran trader would have seen in their lifetime. And just point it out to you so you know it's there, so you're privy to it. Remember, this rising wedge broke to the downside. It's exactly up, down, up, down, up, down, and then we broke to the downside. But we're getting caught by this 50-minute. And the 50-minute low, higher low, higher low, we need to put in a higher high. So bulls must put in a higher high to remain bullish to keep the trend alive. So you got to see the 50-minute must close a candle above 20,792, 700, 800 in the next 2-3 hours for us to remain bullish. That's basically a really good sign, right? And yeah, we're going to jump into the alts. We're going to jump into some other things. But right now, I'm going to leave that there for Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin falls and breaks, we're going to hit this level here at 20,180 or come down to the bottom of the pattern at 19,859. At that point, we will reassess the whole situation. But right now, it's more likely that Bitcoin breaks to the upside based on the 15-minute stochastics RSI and the falling wedge that we're in and the point of control that we're contending with. However, we do need to break above it. So you could see a rejection at any moment right now. So this is a very, very close point. How do you figure that out? Use a small time frame like the 5-minute. 5-minute seems to be getting rejected by the point of control. See this? Need this 5-minute, probably going to roll over. And then you can also look for maybe a possible flag on the 5-minute. So what you want to do is you want to start looking for a possible, like this. See, this is a possible bear flag. You want to see this break back out. You don't want to see this break down. The 5-minute can't really make moves out of this. You're going to see it break back down here. And look, that will coincide with the bottom of the pattern. You see that? And where will that bring you? About 20,300 area. All right. So small time frames kind of show you what's happening. In the bigger, it can give you, it's basically like how, a meteorologist kind of does things. You see the big storm coming, you're not sure it's going to hit, and you have to watch for the few hours to see if it's going to bear off. Is the low pressure going to come? Is the high pressure, right? Very, very similar. CryptoLifer, man, listing you since I got out of rehab in October. Just getting into crypto. Been wanting to get paid today to join your group. You're the best in the game, brother. So much love. Shout out to the psychedelic catfish, man. You're the man, dude. I love you so much. Thank you for the $10 super chats. $10 super chats coming in from my dude. Super chat Solana, Matic 3S, and PLD. Ooh, cool super chats in the game. So right now we're going to watch this 5-minute chart, see if we can hang out and get out of this channel. And the 50-minute does suggest we'll push out, but anything could happen. We're at a point of control, and it's a sticky situation. You could also say, look, this is a complex head and shoulder here. These are your shoulders. This is a head. These are the right shoulders. I've seen it play out. You also have a rounded top. Rounded tops are just not a good look. I just have to say, like, you do not want rounded tops. They're not good looks. You flip this upside down, that's a rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms are good looks. You want a rounded bottom, okay? A lot of Twitter action going on right now. Oh, I love my niece, man. My niece is like the cutest little thing. My nephew and niece are the cutest little things in the whole world. She really is the cutest thing in the whole world. I'm not going to show her face just for, for my sister, because I didn't ask, but I wish I could. She is the cutest little thing in the world. Lifer, I draw this on Bitcoin 15-minute. What happens when you have a bullish divergence followed by a bearish div? Is it something that, like that? Thank you so much. See, everyone is always, what happens when you get a bullish followed by a bearish? Well, the bearish probably played out, and the bullish is trying to play out. Also, whenever I see students get confused over divergences, I ask them, did you draw your support and resistance? And usually the answer is no. So 9 out of 10 times when I see a student struggling and they're like, I see a divergence, but then I see a bullish and I see a bearish, and I'm like, did you draw support and resistance? Are you at support or resistance? And then they see they're exactly at a resistance, and they're like, oh. So whenever you gotta, yeah. So your support and resistance will take care of the problem. I just showed you exactly what I'm doing. I don't see, you get it? Like, you're dealing with a point of control at 40,000, at 20,500. You're going to have to break through that. If not, you're going to go down to the downside. I don't care. And you should see some bearish divvy technically. And you do right here. Look, on the 5-minute, you see swing up to swing up. But look, you see swing down on the RSI. Interesting. See that? So you see some bearish div right there. But it's the 5-minute. And that's why you draw your flag. Okay. I did. I put it on Discord. Where'd you put it? In the learning library? Did you put it in the learning library where people answer questions? Or did you throw it in the 99? Learning library is where people should be going. Learning TA questions. See right here? It's called Learning TA Questions and Answers. Okay. Maybe you did. You probably did put it in here. Let me check. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we need to go to get about most longs and wait for it to fall, or at least above the VWAP. You're funny. Wow, hit the measured move after 7 days. Yes, it does. Eventually. Crazy, right? It'll play out. Badri Noob Lifer. Now, he didn't answer where he put it on Discord. All right, let's move on. All right. I can't attend if you don't attend to me. Okay, let's keep it moving. What's your go-to lifer meal for breakfast / dinner? I don't eat breakfast ever for any reason. I wake up right in the morning. First thing I do is go over the charts. Then I work out. At around 7:30, 8, I work out. Then I do my show. And then I eat my first thing of breakfast in the morning at about 12 o'clock, 12:30 every day. I'll usually eat 2 boiled eggs and wheat toast, If I'm not going to a brunch, I'll eat some avocado, eggs, or something like that. I like the avocado if I can in my breakfast, Just jumping into the stream. I do like grapefruit too. I like grapefruit sometimes, just a grapefruit and some fruit, All right, so Bitcoin just got above 20,500. Look, it fell out of the pattern and then broke back. That was quick price action. Look. Now the 5-minute, see the 5-minute's about to roll over on you though. You see that? Unless you can make a big move here, you're battling this 20,500 area. It's such a struggle. This is going to be crazy. Let's take a look at the S&P and the world markets. I had them going this morning. They're going to give us more insight into what's happening in the market. All right. Now, man, I look up when the word breakfast comes from. Breaking the fast. It sets the entire day, how your metabolism will run. Facts. Definitely, man. I totally agree. Yep. And that's why I fast every night from 10 a.m. to, 10 p.m. to about 12. Yep. You can eat 1 meal a day. Like, watch, eating 1 meal a day. It's like there's nothing wrong with eating 1 meal a day. Hands down. Breaking your fast. Your first breakfast should be when you break your fast. If you ate last night chips before you went to bed and then you wake up and eat breakfast, you're not really breaking a fast, my friends. You ate into the night and then you ate in the morning, Look, 1 meal a day, benefits and risks, right? There's benefits and risks, all right? Benefits in addition to weight loss, there is risk though, right? You guys got to do whatever makes you happy. No one's metabolism is different. I'm like an exorcism or something. You might be so. People are not the same. I come from Celtic, Irish blood. You might come from Filipino blood. Like, it's not. We are not made the same, but I'm telling you right now. You might be an anthropod while someone's an extropod. Like, there's different types of beings. There's different types of Homo sapiens. Like, you're not, someone's got built differently than you are. I would starve to death, man. I already ate 3 times. I wake up and eat when I pee. My middle name is hungry, man. Just one click truly helps others. You're like a weightlifter, dude. You weightlifted for years, So that's just going to happen to you. You're going to have that habit of eating and eating and eating. Believe me, I ate so much last night, you wouldn't believe. I also overeat a lot, to be honest. Yeah, you don't even want to know what I ate yesterday. Yesterday, my first meal was a Brazilian platter. which was like pounds of basmati rice, like pounds of it, a giant steak, like a huge steak. It then came with 2 salads, macaroni salad and a regular salad. There was also beans. I then bought a side of macaroni salad, put it on. I ate a giant chocolate chip cookie, a giant double chocolate chip cookie. All right. I then went into town an hour later and ate a large, like a medium ice cream. I then had a cheeseburger. Okay. All right. This was all in like a 4-hour period. It was absurd. All right. So don't worry. Like some days when I fast, it's because I have to fast because I ate so much the night before. I tend to eat a lot at one point and then I don't. It's not good. You know, it is what it is. Hard Ideal Man is the first size protein with salad. Yeah. I'm on vacation too, so I'm eating whatever I want, you know, and I'm still being somewhat healthy. I eat clean if I can, you know. I have lemon water every single morning. That's not true. I have lemon water. I break my fast with lemon water. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right. 258 likes. Wow, can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. $32 in chat revenue. I greatly appreciate it. We'll jump on into that. So we bounced here in this flag, but look, see how the 5-minute... What I like about it is, though, it made the flag not want to leave the flag. So now we can just bounce back down on the 5, and we're just going to stay in the flag. You know, we could even extend this a little bit. Give it a little bit of love there. And we could say, okay, it's a broadening wedge possibly, you know. And we'll come back down. And so I'm still bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin in the 15. 5-minute didn't really want to take us down too far. It will reset, but it's minutia. It's a small. So right now I'm going to stay bullish on the 15-minute chart. That the 15-minute can get us above the zone with this tiny, smaller measure move here. Above the point of control, okay? So right now, you could trade an alt on the 15-minute, you know? 1 hour is not looking too good, but can the 15-minute flip the 1 hour? So far, it's doing it right now. And so that's what we're suggesting. That the 15-minute's going to push, and it's going to round this 1 hour to the upside. Also, the 4 hour is very bullish, okay? Hold up. I was like, I'm upside down, right? I'm like, Jesus, Louis, I'm so sorry. I was like, 4 hour is going to curve on us right here. So sorry. That's so bad. Oh, my God. So look at this. Curve tops are no good. We're pushing down on the 1 hour, right? There's 15-minute is pushing to the upside, and it is bullish, right? You're coming out of a falling wedge to the upside, but you are making a rising wedge, okay? You're going to look so sorry about that. You look at the 7-minute. I look like a clown, man. I can't believe that. But I live stream every day. I got to give me a break. You got to give me. Let's just reset. Act like that never happened, all right? Please, can I get a break? Can I get a break? I forgot that I had inverted my chart, you know? Be like, geez, Louise, because I was showing you that rounded bottoms are no good. Oh, my God. Kind of cool, though, in a way, because you can kind of see what's happening, right? So let's go back to that 5-minute. So the 5-minute just got a huge spike. It did get a spike, though. That's why I was like, why is a red-green candle going down? Something was weird. Look at this, though. Look, that's a shoulder, a head, and a little tiny little shoulder. If you go to, like, the 1 minute, you can piece together a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Isn't that crazy? And you did bounce. And even here, shoulder, head. If you go to the 30-second, that was a tiny inverted. Like, nothing leaves this charts without getting out. It's weird. It's like the TA, the TA, the TA. All right, so good. We're going to come here. We're probably going to go back down, and we're going to range in this upward channel, okay? Not too shabby. So I'm not too worried about a huge dump coming on the 5-minute chart. The 50-minute still has momentum, but again, if you can't get above the point of control, you're making a shoulder, a head, and look, that's a shoulder. Like, that's a head and shoulder right there. You can see it clear as day. All right? You see that? It's not perfect. And so if the 15-minute can't get above the point of control, we're going to short today. So that's what's going to happen. Let's break it down nice and neat. So sorry. So we want the 15-minute to get above really all this. You know, we really needed to get above 20,006, but we really needed to get here. The 15-minute doesn't get above here, I would short. So we're going to watch the 15-minute and see what it does. But if you don't get above this point of control or you start making a right shoulder, you know, point of entry is the top of the shoulder, and then your measured move is the length of the pole, neckline, all the way down, right? And it only makes sense. Look, you're at the top of the channel. It suggests you're going to come down here to the bottom of the channel. That's what you've been doing, you know? So, and then the 1 hour still has momentum to the downside, you know? So the 1 hour can still push us down. It's already halfway through, but down to here, all right? So now you want to look at a short, Bitcoin 3S, and then you can trade any 3S token will follow. They'll basically all follow this move. So look, yesterday we talked about a cup and handle breaking up to the upside. That did it. It went up the exact, basically, look at the measured move of the Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. The measured move of the Sammy Cup and Handy was right here at 19. And look, we got a wick till about 16%. I mean, you got to give credit to that. The cup and handle did break to the upside. We did get the measured move of this pole. Where did we get the measured move from? Length of the pole, right? Bang, bang, bang. Then we decided, was it going to keep going? We weren't sure. And I said to everybody, draw this flag on the 5 minute. If this stays in a flag, then continue it. The flag stayed perfectly as we projected it. We projected it before the flag even happened. That's why I use projection theory. So we projected this flag on the 5 minute. The flag filled out, and bang, you knew to stay in the short. That's how you knew to stay in the short. That's how I trade. I make my projections. If we go into my projection and it fills out, then it means that my idea was pretty right. That will coincide with low stochastics. If you stay in the flag when the low stochastics are low, you're going to bounce back out of the upside. It's such a malita. Took me a few years to figure this out, but it's a beautiful way to trade. Shout out to the 474 viewers on the live, 276 people on the likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Then look at this. Look at this. Then when you look at this, this made a, just funny. It's just crazy how you look at it. But then as things were going, look, shoulder, head, shoulder to the downside. Not amazing. So this is the short. So that's basically. So hold up. So by projecting into the future, you're able to figure out what's going on. I was like, I somehow switched. You're able to figure out what's going on by projecting into the future. So we do that all the time here in the group. So look, you can delete all your old work. You can forget about it all, right? You see the complex inverted head and shoulder here, can't you? Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. It's a complex inverted head and shoulder. It just is. Like, you know, I've seen them many times in my life. Like, and you're making this bigger pattern to play too. And this is just like Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin wants to make it to the bottom of the pattern. So this wants to make it to the top of the pattern. So you counter trade Bitcoin with its counterpart, Bitcoin 3S. It does the exact opposite of Bitcoin. This is a 68% chance the falling wedge is going to break to the upside. So far, it's doing it, right? So this is your setup. If Bitcoin can't get above that level, the point of control. So basically, here's your point of control bounce right here. You have to understand, I can see the Bitcoin chart in my head while I'm flipping this chart. And so you're going to see a bounce on the point of control for Bitcoin. This will bounce to the upside, right? And, you know, right now you're going to take a dumble because, right, Bitcoin looks good on the 15-minute chart. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm bullish on Bitcoin in the 15. So let's see what Bitcoin can do. We'd love to see this break and bounce. But right now, this is going to drop. Bitcoin should pop. At that point, about 2 hours from now, hour and a half to 3 hours at the very most, we're going to reassess the situation. And then we're gonna be able to figure out whether we want a long or big short. Now there's a tiny little move here, a little long. There's a tiny long right now on Bitcoin. Like it's tiny. If you go to BTC3L, it's suggesting there's a tiny little move here on the 15-minute. It's already starting. You know, that's what we were saying. A little breakout out of this to the upside, curving MACD. Everything kind of wants to get you to the upside here. Take your length of your pole here and get yourself out. Should get back to that resistance point. What we're looking for is the point of control to reject and make the right shoulder, okay? And so I kind of, if you don't understand how to trade Bitcoin now, I really don't know what else to tell you because it's kind of written out pretty neatly in a bit of a bow, all right? So again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do in Chaser should be taken as financial advice. This is just my strategy for TA, okay? And what I see happening, all right? And what I see happening. So the 15-minute is either going to hold us, you see, and drop us, or just like I showed you, this is a symmetrical triangle. See this? A big one. See that? And we're going to head back to the bottom of it. So the 15-minute is substantial. This point of control is substantial. Lately, we've been getting hit by it to the downside, so it's most likely we don't get above it. You get it? Rejection, rejection, rejection. Got above it, rejection, rejection, rejection. That looks bearish to me. Also, it's a complex head and shoulder, all right? So we shall see what happens today. I'm leaning more bearish than bullish, but I don't know what's going to happen. I keep myself open-minded, and I only play what the trades tell me to play. Like last night I went to bed, I saw bullish flags on sushi and sand, took the trade because that's it. I didn't know anything else, but those were bullish flags. We played the bullish flags to the upside, bang, 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 and we nailed them. So all right, so Bitcoin That's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin right now. We are getting the bounce as suggested. Can we break through the point of control? I feel like I'm going to say it over and over again, but why not, right? What is the point of control? It's the VPVR, the bought and sold areas, all right? You kind of have two. We're in a valley of a point of control, I must say. And that's why I'm saying that the bulls must get above the bigger one. And we really need to close above here, or I believe we're going to end up double topping and dumping to the downside. So, all right. Last but not least, we'll take a look at the all-time history index for Bitcoin. All right. You can see this falling wedge broke to the downside as suggested. Measured move from this flag could be lower. Just look at it like this. That's pretty bear flag to me. See that? And your measured move is the length of this pole. You do have a bit of an inverted head and shoulder there, but it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. And look at that, about 19K we could be dropping to, you know. So I show you a lot of different scenarios because I want you to be open-minded to what could be occurring, all right? And I don't want you to ever think you know where Bitcoin's going. Repeat after me. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. It's really refreshing. It feels good. Watch. Say it. I say it in front of everybody publicly. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. And I run a YouTube channel. Think about that, right? But because I don't know where it's going, I'm able to find out where it's going, all right? It's like this. Say there was a treasure and you had to go find it. I know where the treasure is. I know where the treasure is. It's this way. No, you have to look for clues. Did someone move the land here? Like, you know, has this land been shoveled and re-put back? You know, you can't just go on what you think. You have to go on what you see, and you know, and that's what trading is. You have to go on what you see, not on what you think. You know, funny, that was just a bull pennant that broke to the downside. Funny, right? And there's this idea here. Look, that we're in this, and we just broke out of it, and we're gonna bounce right back up, and then bounce back down. We could get all the way up to 36, 38,000. Watch this. That's what people don't realize. All the way up. Then look, what do we do this? And we make a giant inverted head and shoulder. Look at this. No one said this before. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I actually never saw this before. So I should come to this channel because my mom will see something you've never seen. Pretty, like, and it's through these different and creative ways that I'm able to figure out the market in such a weird manner. So look, there's a chance this is occurring here. There's a chance. Very good chance. 1 week could pop back up all the way here, come back down, pop back up again. Okay. I'll tell you right now, the 2-week chart is suggesting we have some type of bottom brewing. You even have a bullish divergence, swing down and swing down, but not as sharp here, not as sharp there on the RSI, right? MACD attempting to kind of find a bit of a bottom here with a double hills. And look how low the Stokes are. And I tell everybody, everyone says the crypto fear and greed index is broken. I heard Tom Crown say that recently. No offense, man. I like Tom Crown. He's a nice dude. His TA, I would not trust anything that dude says. Like, I love you, Tom. You're a nice dude. And I'm sorry if I'm taking a hit, and I don't mean to talk. But I do have to say, like I go to this mechanic to fix my car. I wouldn't go to this mechanic, you know? I wouldn't go to that dude to fix my TA. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. I'd go to Tito, and I'm not rude. I'll tell you other channels. I'll go to Tito, Traders Reality, you know? Even Jordan Cameron's not bad. He's a funny dude, but he's not bad. He doesn't really give TA, you know? Who else is better than that? You know, who else is a really good channel that I would go and watch? Jason Casper is a really good channel. Like, that's real TA. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you a real TA channel. Tom Crown's like kind of entertainment in my mind. You know, he's a good dude. I love that dude. By all means, he's awesome. I love him, but he's just not in my wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't use him to learn technical analysis. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he was saying that you can't use the crypto fear and greed index yesterday. I firmly disagree with that. When it was at 7, that was 17,000. Like, you would have bought the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So I totally disagree with that. I've been using this for 5 years, and I've backtested using this. My bank account says this works. You know what I'm saying? So just got to put that out there, you know. So let's keep it moving. So look, we are trying to break out on that 15-minute as suggested. You see? Said we would break out. We're breaking out. Okay? We got to get to the point of control, though. So this 15 minutes is going to tell us when the Stokes get above this dotted line and we're not above the point of control, we're probably likely to take a bit of a hit, you know, or go sideways. All right. Let's take a look at the E-mini futures. And I had them in a cup and handle yesterday. Suggested that it would break to the upside. Yesterday we had this like this. Suggested it would break out. Then we showed you the ascending triangle that was forming for the S&P 500. The S&P is directly correlated to Bitcoin for now. Eventually they won't be, but for now they are. Okay? 15-minute resetting, but holding this level very nicely. Look, We've been bouncing off this trend line beautifully. And look, I even showed you the shoulder, this head in this right shoulder. That breaks up. That will bring us all the way to 39,223. If we look at the 4-hour, we are, somewhat bullish, but getting to the top a little bit. Bitcoin is actually more bullish in the 4-hour, which is interesting. We're getting to this top area. See how I have this wing? Do we wing down to the downside here? 1 hour is also getting overbought. Do we wing down to the downside? There's a chance. And then push back to the upside here. We're going to look at that closely. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So we're looking at this. Bounce to the down, bounce to the down. All right. ES1 mini futures. 1 hour says we're going to go down. So that also suggests that Bitcoin could struggle. You have to remember that. Like, if this starts to drop, Bitcoin's going to drop. Very simple. Unless today's the day the decoupling happens. And you know what? I'm open-minded to anything. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 200 people just feel that like button will mess up their hair or something. It won't mess up your hair. If you touch it, you'll be okay. If you're watching it on your phone, just flip it vertically. Hit that like button. Flip it back. You can see the whole screen again. If you're on your computer, or you're on your TV and you're watching, use that little remote to do it. If you're jogging, some people listen to me and jog. I get it. Just jog in place for a split second. Hit that like. If you're out in your farm, Farmer D used to actually listen to me on the farm all the time. He may still do. Stop pulling out the weeds for a split second and hit that like button. If you're a mechanic, just wipe your hands real quick with that dirty rag. Hit that like button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button. I'm a small business owner on my way, trying to make a move. Likes are monetary value. We can help other people learn technical analysis. Last night, we made gains with Sushi 3L. We have a lot of haters. A lot of people hate on us because we're making gains in the bear market. A lot of people aren't happy about it. They're seeing I'm going to be on around the blockchain later. People don't like it. I see it. No one even cared who I was recently, but now because I got a little bit of movement here, people want to hate on the kid. It's all good. If you don't have a hater, then you're not doing anything with your life. Shout out to everybody here. So we're struggling in this, but then can we get up? Bitcoin's showing a bit of a move here. Let's look at the 15-minute on ES1. That's going to reset and hopefully bounce. It is showing signs of, a downside, but it's getting close for a bounce there. It's about to get oversold. 7-minute may propel us. Takes that long to get my 7-minute. A little overbought. No. Little indecision there. All right. Now, Powell, what did Powell say? Powell speaking. And I want to make it really clear. I love Tom Crown. I even watch his show. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's a nice person. I think he's a beautiful man. All right. I just want to make that really clear. All right. No problem with his channel and everything else. I really sworn Powell just said something today. Live, Powell speaks in inflation, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. See, Tom Crown, he's on it right now. Look at that. This post was published at Tom Crown. Interesting. The crypto cashier. Cashier. Live, Powell speaks, June 23rd. Troy Obits. What did he say, though? Everyone wants to know. Now we have to watch Tom Crown's channel to see what Powell says. Why can't you just Google, Jerome Powell? Jordan Powell. Wow, he contradicts Biden. See? Of course he does, because he doesn't want to get thrown under the bus, dude. Perriman has tried to repressure the public that the Fed will raise interest rates fast enough to bring down inflation without causing a recession. Impossible. Lies. Federal Reserve on Wednesday appeared to contradict President Biden. Repeated insistence that Russian invasion of Ukraine was the primary driver. It's not, dude. The Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell speaks at the Senate Banking Housing of Urban Affairs yesterday. He noted that December 21 inflation has risen to 7%, up 1.7 in January. With these statistics stated, Haggerty asked Powell if he believed the war in Ukraine was the primary delivery. No, inflation was high, certainly before the war in Ukraine. So why would Biden... See, this is the issue. Politicians know that certain people don't tune into the news, and they know they just listen to bits and pieces. So they think if they could just put bits and pieces out there, that they'll be able to, you know what I'm saying? If I just put a few bits and pieces out, that people will actually listen to it and buy it. And it's just not the case. It's just not the case, People know that there was inflation way before this, so that makes people not trust you. You get what I'm saying? When you keep telling people obvious things, people don't trust you. You lose your own, you're going to lose your own supporters doing stuff like that. It's not good. Like, it's not good. Like, you could have never run a YouTube channel doing stuff like that. People wouldn't subscribe anymore. They would leave. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, you know. Solve had a huge pump out of nowhere. Looked like it was a pump and dump, though. Uni 3L, the 3Ls nailed it. Matic 3L. And I see a bunch of stuff, too, in the chat. Let's take a look at the show. So we got the S&P. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow up 168. Interesting. 15-minute does want to push up on the Dow Jones. Very similar to Bitcoin. S&P also is coming down on the 15-minute, about to remove. So where do I get this big move? I mean, that's a cup and handle. See that? It's a cup and a handle there. And it did get us out of the muck. And even the inverted head and shoulder, too. They're all in the same similar patterns, right? I don't see the complex head and shoulder like Bitcoin's in, though. That's worrisome. Even just to here is our measured move. 31,242 for the Dow Jones. 15-minute is pushing up to the upside. That's a good sign. 1 hour's coming down, but as the 15-minute flips, is just like Bitcoin, can the 15-minute flip the 1 hour? And I'm suggesting that it may. I've seen it happen many, many times, and I've seen this exact scenario. The 1 hour is flipping like this. The 15-minute is low on the stochastics RSI, and lo and behold, it pushes it up, and we get our move. All right? You do see this to look shoulder, head, shoulder. Something to be wary. That is the complex head and shoulder Bitcoin's in. So there it is. You can see it there. Okay? I'm telling you, they're going to have the similar patterns inside of each other. So right now, we would like the 15-minute to flip that 1 hour, the 1 hour to curve pushed up to the upside and get some momentum. 4 hour is getting overbought, though, and you didn't make a previous high. Just not a good sign. Looks like we may end up coming down for a double bottom here, like this. Just because the 4 hour, look, you're overbought on the 4 hour, and you can't break this previous high. We must see us get up to here. That way, when the 4 hour resets, we go here and bounce. So 15-minute and the 1 hour right now, got to work some magic. The Dow, it would be really, really, the bulls basically need a break 30,650. 31,000. Sorry, 31,000. Yeah, 31,192, 31,250 to remain bullish, in my humble opinion. 31,200 zone for the Dow Jones to continue to bullish. But otherwise, we're going to dump on that 4 hour, you know. Daily's looking beautiful, though. So if we do dump on the 4 hour, it looks like we're just going to make look at the shoulder, this head, and maybe a right shoulder, and a double bottom bounce. The daily is suggesting that we will double bottom on the 4 hour. So daily's still somewhat bullish, okay, for the Dow Jones Industrial. You got to look at the dollar index every single day if you play Bitcoin, because how they work together in tandem says a lot. We had the dollar in this M pattern. We were hoping that it would dump. It was also in bearish divvy on the daily time frame. And so lo and behold, we did dump. But now we're kind of getting some support at my resistance bar, which is a little worrisome. I don't want to see support there. I really don't want to see that, all right? I got $3. I'm like, which one have I been using? All three of them, I guess. So here we are, right, suggesting that we would bounce to the downside. We did get the bounce in the dollar. And you want to look at it on the daily time frame. You want to be on a substantial time frame. You don't want to look at some little tininess, right? And so when you look at this on the daily time frame, and it suggests that we're making this like symmetrical triangle right now, which is, you know, 50-50 either way. You are kind of bending here, which isn't, you know, I've seen that kind of remain bullish. And this is a cup and handle slightly too as well. 22-hour wants to push up because I know the 22-hour on Bitcoin wants to dump. So I can only assume that the 22-hour wants to pump up here for the dollar index. And it is oversold, but it could continue down for a while. So that's just something to think about. All right. Stochastics are a hard, they're the greatest indicator to use, but they take a long time to figure out because they do so many squiggly weird moves, and you'll get pushed and pulled by them until you've seen 100 of the pushes and 500 of the pulls. You'll then get to really know the stochastic RSI, and it'll become your best friend. It's like an amazing tool for me. Like, it works so well. I absolutely love it. So this is not good. You see, like, the dollar is showing signs of life here on the 4 hour for a pump. You know? Bitcoin also showing signs of life. So do they pump together? They have pumped in tandem. It could happen every once in a while. All right? It's rare, right? Right now, you're getting that little drop. They look almost similar on the 1 hour, too, which is weird. You don't want to see it bullish on the 15, just like Bitcoin was. Got to see it bearish on the 15. It's bullish. So that's weird. The dollar index and Bitcoin want to pump together. And you know what? Every once in a while that happens. It's like 1 or 2 days out of like a 4 or 5 month period. They will pump somewhat together because the Fed will be printing money. They'll be trying to fix the interest rate while Bitcoin will be getting scarce, while everyone will be worried about the markets, and they'll kind of coincide into this little like strange jumble. All right. Now they're not going to correlate for more than like a day or two, but it's something brewing here on the dollar trying to pump as well as Bitcoin. Pretty weird, right? They tend to fall off a little bit on that daily as the dollar still has more downward momentum on the daily, but it could push up. So right now I'm just watching that symmetrical triangle here on like, you know, even the 1 hour time frame. It's like it's a lot easier to look at, and that's a pretty bullish pattern so far. You know, it's like a bull pennant in my humble opinion, and you are getting low. You'd like to see this drop and dump out of the pattern. 15 minutes suggests it's not going to, and it's the 1 hour also. So wow, you're hugging this resistance for the dollar. So that's interesting. Kind of sideways for the dollar and for Bitcoin at the moment. Interesting. It's not what you expect to see at all. So that's an anomaly right there. We almost never see that on this channel. All right. So Bitcoin dominance was in the rising wedge. It did drop out of the rising wedge to the downside. See that? And look, kind of an M pattern, but it's slanted M. All right. I'll take away all my old work and we'll just look at it on the 3-day. So here's Bitcoin dominance. When dominance drops, there's two things happening. Altcoins are either going crazy and berserk and we have an altcoin season, or the whole market is dumping. Those are the two reasons that it drops. So look, we had this kind of rising wedge. You could even kind of widen it out here and say this was it. It's the proper way to do it. And it did break to the downside, catching the support. So we want to see Bitcoin dominance hover. We'd like to see it give up some to the alts, but we also don't want to, you know. And the way to kind of figure out what's happening here is the 3-day chart wants to bounce. All right. So if Bitcoin dominance wants to bounce, could give some relief rally to Bitcoin. All right. It would mean Bitcoin going up. When Bitcoin dominance goes up, people are either selling out of altcoins into Bitcoin, or they're selling out of basically everything into Bitcoin. Right. So Bitcoin's either pumping to the upside or the whole market's kind of pumping to the upside. It goes in tandem. You know, you're at this resistance. You're oversold on the daily, suggesting you are going to a bit of a bounce. The daily for Bitcoin is also bullish. Remember that. Now, I give you scenarios. I show you the daily, and I try to give you the bigger picture. But we also have to see what's happening for Bitcoin in the next 2-3 hours. And that's kind of how my show kind of, you know. So that's why we were looking at this point of control so thoroughly. And if we get rejected by the 1 hour and the 4 hour, it's likely your daily will eventually kind of like hit a resistance point, right? So it's important. That's why we go over all these different things. And then I look at tether dominance as well, because I want to see what tether dominance is saying. All right. And right now on the 15, it's going to dump, which is a good sign. It should be dumping because the rest of our stuff says that we're going to have a little move for Bitcoin to the upside on the 15. We look at it on the 1 hour, and the 1 hour for tether dominance is kind of pushing up. You see that? It's not a good sign. Like, you don't want to see that. Back to the upside. And that's like Bitcoin coming to the bottom of its channel. All right. And then the 4 hour looks actually pretty bullish for tether dominance, which is not the best sign. All right. It's weird because you got Bitcoin pushing up, but maybe we turn here and just dump. That is a descending triangle, bearish. So even though the 4 hours pushing up here, and we see movement on the daily, this is worrying me right here. All right, it doesn't mean it doesn't guarantee anything, but like here we were low and we kept going lower. We could just go lower while Bitcoin's, we are at a resistance. We'd like to see this break. Falling wedges, when they break down parabolically. You take the top length here, and that's where you would end up going. That would be amazing, wouldn't that? There's a gap there, too. Look at that. There's a gap there. That would be amazing. So we're in some sketchy times. It's a Thursday. And, wow. But if this would follow suit and dump, I mean, we would just have to the downside here. To about 6.47 on the U.S. tether dominance. So watch the tether dominance very, very closely. The 4 hour is somewhat bullish. The daily does have that room to the downside, suggesting that we will continue down. I like what I'm seeing there. And we're more bullish on Bitcoin's daily chart. This is interesting. This is getting very interesting. That's why I go through all this stuff. It gives me more insight into the market. All right. So that's the show. We go through Bitcoin. You know, we even go through gold sometimes. Why not? We check on gold. Because I used to trade gold every day, all the time. It was just like I trade Bitcoin now. I used to open up and trade gold. So, look, there's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder for gold. Look at that. To the upside, baby. To the upside. 68% chance on the inverted right there. And you're in this giant cup and handle. And you're forming this pennant. And this suggests gold will go up 19% to 22229, $2,229. And then has a bigger target all the way at about $2,536, maybe somewhere around October of 2023. So I do see gold continuing to go up as they print money out of control. You know, follow me on Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it at CryptoLifer33. It would be awesome. Thank you so much. I do not sell Bitcoin. I only buy Bitcoin. If you sell Bitcoin, you do not get the point. You see, that's the whole point, right? And it's funny. If you look at my notifications, so I said, hey, shout out to Ben for being one of the realists in the game. You know, he's awesome, man. Represents me, supports me. And look at Jordan Cameron. It's funny, man. So then I had to tweet at him because he was like, so I was looking at his feed, right? So I went to his feed because I had to. He sucked me in, right? I also have more Twitter followers than Jordan. Just got to put it out there. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But he has 70,000 followers on YouTube. Why doesn't he have more Twitter followers? You know, why do I have 6,000 followers? But look, he ate his sock though. But anyway, Twitter and YouTube are different. Like some people have more than you on one and more than the other. It depends. Like some people don't engage, right? But he said something here. He was like, he said the crypto fear and green index was complete BS. See, he said it too. And I disagree, man. I disagree, bro. The best thing happened in the market for the real is a lot of the indicators, fear and greed index, any fractal, Bitfinex longs, that's funny, on-chain data, many more. On-chain data could throw you off a little bit. The whales are moving here, blah, blah, blah. But he said, you know, I wish we had known how to make money either way when the market went up or down. I was reading his stuff, and I was like, wish I could have realized you could make money both ways in a market sooner. Admit your mistakes. And I had a reply to him like, dude, like, you've known me for 6 months, like, and I showed you how to short along the market, like, very nicely. And I was like, for $99 a month, like, I was like, you would have been able to. Anyway, I was trolling him, but I was also being honest. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to anyone that followed me on Twitter. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Just funny, man. It's just funny, right? I don't know. I like to just play jokes, man. He started with me, so I thought it was funny. And to me, it's all fun, man. I'm not like, you know. Can you take a look at BNB for a second? Is that a cup and handle? Big lover. You gotta send a cup. You gotta send a super chat, man, if you want me to look at something. CryptoLifer has 4x the engagement of the biggest crypto YouTubers. Facts. I don't read Twitter, but I like your tweets for my notifications. Supporting the lifer through my alerts. Thank you. All those other countries leads peer-to-peer transactions. Easier and cheaper for them. Yeah. Jordan, the only in the picture because he got the crypto handle for Odyssey streaming platform. You're funny. Jordan should join the group, even if anon. I know. When was the last time you checked the top BTC holder list? It's been a while, man. Love that shirt, man. Matches your baby blue eyes, bro. Oh, come on, man. Why are you going to do that? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you. Just wanted to know what's that called and if I did it right. BTC appears to be retesting the rising channel on the 7-minute. Shout out to Luis Alvarez. Thank you for saying that. Super chat, Soul, Matic 3S, PLD, and MXC. And we keep forgetting about Max Arrow. Remember, I keep asking. Someone did remind me, though. He DM'd me. Shout out to you, man, for DMing me and saying, yo, friendly reminder, bro. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's take a look at Solana. Someone's asking for Solana. All right. So, look, we thought this rising wedge could break to the downside, but we caught support. You caught support. All right? And when you got low in the 4-hour and you didn't go any lower, that's how you knew that you had caught support. So, stochastics RSI will lead you to the move. We did catch that nice short right there for 50% gains 2 days ago, right? But you're not out of the water yet. You're still in a rising wedge, in my humble opinion, all right? Still in a rising wedge. First thing you want to do when you look at any asset, everybody, you want to go to the daily time frame, okay? You want to look at the whole entirety of the asset. You want to kind of lead a story. We pumped, we came down, we pumped all the way up, right? We got hot. You can also look at the weekly. Weekly chart's going to show you, you got to look at it on Binance because we weren't on this long enough. 3 days a nice chart too. So, and you mark your support and resistance. Like we have major resistance right here at 143. We got major resistance right here at 114. We got a beautiful support if we can get above it at 78. We got a little bit of support here, a resistance here, and we're at this bottom where we bounced, like the lowest we've ever been, like the 20s, 37. I started getting into Solana around 37 and 27, 20. 3-day pushing up. So like bulls must, in my opinion, get above 50, 49, 50 area to remain bullish. Thank you so much for that super chat. Much respect to you. Look, the 77s are following me around lately. They've been following me around. Look, we got 477 people on the live and 377 likes. It's been the 77 every day now for the last like 7 or 8 days. I can't explain why it's been the 77 on the 77, you know. And yesterday we had 600 people on the likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Thank you so much. So look at this. Solana, right, on the 1 hour time frame. So we set our support and resistance on the daily. Now you need to set it on the 1 hour. You have big boy. That's daily. Then you have local. And when you hear me say local support and resistance, I'm talking about like the right now, like the right around us, like the what we have to figure out before anything else. That's local support and resistance. Okay. So look at this. Also, Jordan took 2 days off last week, man. I was like, man, you can't take days off, man. I love you, man. Most people do take a day off. It's probably a good idea. So Solana could short to the downside here out of this rising wedge. So I'm still not buying it. And then it could double bottom too. Still not buying it. Why? Because the daily chart for the short is very oversold. And this is overbought. So I don't know, man. I think they're going to have some bad news or some outage again. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. Charts are suggesting that we come down for a double bottom. And we're going to be able to short this when the 4 hour gets overbought. So I'll be watching this closely. Comes up, comes down, comes up, and then boom, makes a double top or something. What could change the whole scenario is you break above this high and use it as support. 44, 45 area. But if you get rejected anywhere below 44 and this 200-day moving average on the 4 hour, I would be definitely looking for more downside for Solana based on the daily chart. The daily chart just does not look that good for Solana. I got to put it out there. Okay. Moving forward, thank you so much for the super chat. Much love and respect. And don't do anything I do on this channel. These are just my thoughts and ideas. They're actually drawings. I'm just drawing. Just making fun, drawing things around. Let's take a look at Matic 3S on KuCoin. Matic 3S. All right. So Jerome Powell contradicting Joe Biden, right? Somebody's lying, right? Which one is it? Someone is lying. Who is it? You know what I'm saying? Because they both can't be telling the truth. Now, Jerome Powell doesn't want to go down with the ship. He looks a little more mentally there than his counterpart, right? If we had to assess who was a little more, they're both far gone. Like, they're both lost in the sauce. I'll give you that. You know, we should have a CRYPTOLIFER in there. Not me, but any one of us would be better than these guys, honestly. But geez Louise. I mean, it's all crumbling apart. It's all falling apart. You can see it. It's a mess. You know, anyone can see. Anyone with a brain can see it's a mess. Like, anyway, and I don't even have to say what I'm. You know, it's just a mess. The financial system, the way they're doing it, the way they're using, and more, right? And whatever else you were thinking about, because I know you were thinking about something else. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So we're gonna take a look at this very, very closely. Matic 3S, someone asked about. I mean, it's looking beautiful on the 4 hour. Really, really nice. Like, suggesting that Matic will take a tumble. You even have some bullish divergence here. Look, if you look at the RSI, that's a way sharper swing to the downside. And that is a kind of a flat, like, you know, more flat. So that is bullish divergence. We are pumping. RSI is low too as well. And so it's suggesting that we will get up to this resistance point here for BTC, this resistance point, and then this resistance point as well. So interesting, very interesting for the short here. We'll take a look at the 1 hour daily time frame too. Daily's about to get oversold too as well. So, I mean, that's how you pick out a trade. You start looking at it from the bigger time frame. You hone in, you zero in, you start seeing them for what they exactly are. So, suggest we make it just to the top of the channel. Maybe we oscillate one more time before the big boy comes. Get like another real strong bullish divergence, like something like that, where the channel is up and then the divergence is up and that's down. But wow, this does look pretty scrumptious and it's looking like it could dump. So, interesting. That's another good way to figure out where the market's going. You start looking at all the 3S tokens, and if they start looking like they're bullish, you got to heed that. Like, this is forming a falling wedge. Bitcoin takes another tumble down to 17K. That's what people don't realize. Bitcoin goes from 20K, tumbles down to 17, takes all the alts down. Bitcoin comes up a little bit, tumbles back to 17, takes all the alts down. It'll continuously take the alts down over and over again. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just going to continue. Like, it can get worse. Like, if you're not stabled up swing trading at this point, you got to do whatever makes you happy. But the smart thing to do is around 59K, 49K, as things started to fall, 39, if it took you to the 42K, whatever. But once you realize that we were breaking giant supports, the whole market said if 42K broke, then it was going to be probably a multi-year bear market. Even BitBoy, I have to give it to him. Even BitBoy said, hey, at 42K, we're going to sell so many things. And, did that create a market sell-off? We don't know in a way, but at the same time, even they said, hey, we're going to unload. We're going to unload. And that's why you got to take profits. You can't wait for someone else to unload. You got to take profits before everybody else. Mana 3S looks like it's in a good place. So the 3S tokens look, we'll swing into the 3S tokens. To me, there's always a trade to be had. There's always a trade to be had. There's always a trade. You must stay open-minded. You must stay open-minded. Shout out to everybody here that lives in life, helps your neighbor, does the right thing, anything you can do. And look at this trade. This trade banged on you. 15% loss. This trade banged on you the wrong way, It did pump, though, from the initial. See? We thought about it here, and it did pump. Look. I just left it out there, but it pumped a nice 28% gains. Pretty crazy, right? You see that? Bing. Came back down, went sideways, time to close the trade. So this trade did not lose. This trade did win 28% gains out of that pump, right? From that move there. PLD, all right? Now let's take a look at it. Someone's asking about it right now. Plutonians. To me, it had a huge run-up. Like, just the other day, look, June 4th, it went from like 3 cents all the way to $1. Like, it's crazy. It did a 30x in 24, 36 hours. To me, that's a pump and dump. I almost wouldn't even look at this coin ever again. It looks like it got pillaged. You know what I'm saying? It got taken for everything it was worth and then thrown to the wayside. Ugh. Yeah, you're overbought on the 1 hour now. Probably coming down. Had a little spike there, but your tweez, you got rejected by the 200-day moving average. You'll hear me talk about this a lot. Pro tip. 200-day moving average, great place to sell on almost any time frame. You get rejected by there, bang, 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 okay? And then you fall to the downside to get a bit of a bounce here. So you're falling down here, okay? So just something to think about, all right? PLD, all right? PLD. It's crazy on YouTube. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You can say anything about anybody else. People call you a hater. It's like you can't have an opinion about anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, PLD, Plutonians. Interesting. Plutonians. I'm not a fan right now at all, man. I want to stop looking at it, honestly. Sorry about that, but I'm done with that thing. MCS token. Interesting. MXC. Now, it's funny because I wanted to start using this exchange. This is the Max Global, MXC Global. I've been talking to a rep there. He's been showing me the exchange. I want to start using it. I just haven't had the time to sit down and focus on the exchange myself and really spend that moment in time, right? So I haven't done it. Let's take a look at this. The 1 hour has momentum on this. Still pushing to the upside. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. 15 minutes coming back down. So when that happens, what I do is I open up. I look at what I'm seeing here. Look at the inverted head and shoulder, though, for the gain. Shoulder, head, and shoulder, even though it wasn't perfect. It definitely had you for the gains. A little bit of bearish divvy there forming. I'd be a little careful with that. It's also been on a tear recently, so it's been going up. Kind of like trying to go parabolically one more run. 15 minutes suggests you'll get a retest, if anything. So you'll be looking for the bounce here and bounce back to the upside on MXC. But I believe this is MX Global Token. Let's take a look at this. Because I've got a rep talking to me. Shout out to my man. And he's been trying to get me into it. And I would like more options in KuCoin. You know what I'm saying? I always want to have more options. MXC, right? MXC Global. He calls it MXC Global. MXC, 5.7%. $208 million market cap, right? I guess, no, this has nothing to do with them. Welcome to the MXC Foundation. Countries in the network coverage. $160 million market cap. Join the decentralized Internet of Things revolution with MX Protocol. Manage stake and mine with Data Dash. Interesting. Your gateway to MX Protocol. The MX Data Dash app allows you to manage your M2 Pro miner stake on supernodes and mine your favorite data tokens through a global network of connected IoT devices. Interesting. This is probably by the dude Data Dash, right? Who has his, he made this, interesting. Shout out to Data Dash, man. Nicholas Merton, nice dude. Love that channel, man. What a great channel. Super awesome, good information there. What a great place to go. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, you can learn a lot from Tom Crown. I want to, make it pretty clear. You can learn a lot from that dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he doesn't know anything. It's just there's some really more intense technical guys that are just out of control all over there. And it just, yeah. You can learn from everybody on YouTube. I want to say that clearly if you position yourself clearly. But some people will waste your time. Some people will take a lot longer to learn stuff than other people. Or they might not even really have a trading style down yet. They might just be kind of playing around with the TA. I don't know. You'll be able to tell over time. If they have gains, if they're producing constant gains, if they're able to show you consistent gains, if they went over something the day before it went out, just keep watching their channel and just make sure that, too many YouTubers are watching people not holding that person to anything. It's like, what did he say yesterday? And what happened from there? You know what I'm saying? What did I say today? What happened after I said it? Did it go down? Did it go up? What's going on? So test these YouTubers, man. Don't give people your money if they haven't proven anything to you. Make them prove themselves to you. Prove yourself. Show me the money, man. So, Ape3L looks pretty nice right now on the 4 hour, right? The thing about all this is the 4 hour looks good in a lot of time frames. We just got to get through the 1 hour, which could get flipped by the 15, which is actually a pretty good sign, right? So you have a few things brewing here. You could say the head dropped out. We're in this nice little channel here about to pop. That's interesting. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. Bang, bang, bang. There's an inverted head and shoulder. You making the right shoulder there. Ape3L. What I also was looking at it was it's in a bit of a cup and handle, right? Shabby cup and handle to the upside. And that could break you out. 86% gains. If Ape is on a comeback, it got pounded down by the NFTs, right? And see, a real trader doesn't tell you where the price is going. A real trader will say, well, here's our point. We get above here, I'm doing this. We get below here, I'm doing that. And I have a plan for each thing, and I'm going to execute my plan depending on what the market gives me. That's how you should be trading. However, that takes years to really fulfill that type of ideal, to really do that. It takes a long time because your mind's thinking of too many things. And it's hard to focus. Eventually, you don't have to focus on it all because your mind knows it. Your RSI. At the beginning, I used to forget half the things I needed to go over on my checklist. I used to forget half of them. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't forget as many of them, So just something to think about, when you're going over the charts, when you're going over these different things, it'll come with time. And that's why I tell everyone, print the sheets out. Make sure you have things in front of you. Don't rely on your head every single time. That's unfair to yourself, okay? That's unfair to yourself. Make sure you see something that you can hold and have it in front of you every day, all right? And use it. The more you use it, the more you won't lose it, all right? The more you lose it, the more you won't lose it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, man. Appreciate it. And Ape3L looks pretty scrumptious to me as well. We'll take a look. And we'll go back into Bitcoin for a second before we get on out of here. It's 11:31. I'm trying to end the stream a little earlier today because I do have some things to do for my mom. I got to take her to the DMV. Called the Bearish retest of the 7-minute in the super chat. Tried to warn you. The Bearish retest. That's funny. Super chat, BNB, AP. It's a 7-minute, dude. Don't put a lot of tests on that 7-minute, man. It's a 7-minute. I called the Bearish retest on the 7-minute. Good for you, my man. Good for you, man. Let's take a look at the 7-minute. Yeah, you're making the right shoulder in a way, right? And you could also just do this. Look. We're just in this pattern here. I mean, the 7-minute stochastics were high. Like, that's what happens when the stokes get high. You go back down. It's pretty simple, right? Now, you see bearish div here, though. Swing up to swing up and swing down to swing down. And the point of control got lost again. You see, it was all about the point of control. Really, nothing else mattered but the point of control. Once you lost the point of control, it is what it is, right? We also opened up a short, bro. Like you said, you called the bears, but we opened up a short like here. Like, we've been short until the 1 hour starts to pull back, you know? Hoping the 15-minute could change, but look, it didn't. It pushed up, and look, the 15-minute turned on you. You were correct. The 7-minute gave us that move, though. But again, that's the right shoulder that we've been projecting. Shoulder, head, do you make the right shoulder? Now you're in for some downside, in my humble opinion, to the bottom of the pattern, right? Now you just play this head and shoulder to the downside. That's it. Simplify your game, everybody. That's the short right there to this area. Pretty simple. You broke the point of control. You're going to come back to the next point of control you can come to where you bottomed out at the bottom of the channel. This might make a descending triangle and then really start to dump. That could be the beginning of a major short. Really could be, even though the 4 hour is high. You know. That's why I stay here. I've watched CryptoLifer be right about the TA over and over and over again. I know. You're right. Took the day off of work today and just diving into the smaller movements. Stay blessed. Now, you're the man, dude. I appreciate you saying that. What's your opinion on how the market is behaving? Do you think it is really recovering, or is it the calm before the storm? I don't know. I don't say stuff like that. You keep saying, everyone, this is why people get wrecked. Do you think it's recovering? I don't know. I don't know. It'll recover. Like, here's the deal, man. Everyone does this nonsense. Like, look, if we get above 21,007, I'll begin to feel more optimistic. You get it? If we don't get above there, we're heading to the downside. You don't need to worry about, everyone's so worried about what's happening on the bigger, are we recovering? Who knows? Who knows? You know what? I'll tell you something. If you don't get above 21,900, 20,900, you don't get above this point of control, you ain't going anywhere. So you don't even need to ask the bigger question. All you need to ask, are we going above the point of control at 20,005? The answer's been no, right? So if the answer's no, then you're going down, baby. You're going down. You get it? So I don't know who told you this was a recovery rally. Doesn't make sense to me. So look, we're heading down as suggested. Look. Happiness, health, and prosperity. Can you look at UNIFI USDT on KuCoin? Shout out to Jonathan Paul. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and being a part of the CryptoLifer show. If you're here, you want to get educated, you want to make money, you don't want to just be pablum-fed nonsense. You want to know what's happening in the channel, you know? What are they doing? Destroying my viewership? Really? We have less people than we have in the trading group now? Where's everybody going today? We had 700 people constantly. Where's everybody going today? I might well end the stream a little early today. Ended at 11:30. But, damn, man. I was like, I thought we were growing. I got to get out of my head. So, got to get out of my head. Super Chat, BNB, AP13, and UNIFI. Let's take a look at BNB, USDT. Got an alert there on Anchor Protocol. Let's take a look at my alert on Anchor. I'll be nice enough to show you what I had going, what I thought was brewing. And I wanted Anchor, if Anchor came to the bottom of the channel. It did just hit the bottom trend line. Seems like it's going to fall a little more. So we could open this up a little bit more, but, you know, it's getting close to the sweet spot. Why? Well, the 1 hour is oversold. The 4 hour, 4 hour is not my favor, though. See, oversold 4 hour, but you're flagging out here. See this? You're consolidating. This continues in consolidation. It could look strong. It's definitely something worth watching. Had a huge pump, and now it's consolidating. You definitely want to watch it. Keep it on the radar. The highest probability is that we must go sideways for weeks to possibly months and rhyme with previous bear market price action. Appreciate your time. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Scotty Sice. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Can I get a roll call, man? Where's everybody from on the live? Can I get a roll call? Where is everybody from on the live? Let me know. Yeah, man. We haven't had 400 viewers in like 2 weeks straight. We've had like over 500 to 600 viewers every single day on the live, man. And we've hit gains every day. We're range bound through November. Long sub 19K and short 30K. Singapore, Houston, Cleveland, Littleton, Cape Town, UK, baby. Zero Allegiance, Oklahoma City, New York, San Diego, New Orleans, Seattle, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, Ireland, Baton Rouge, San Diego, Dade County, 305. My man, shout out to Stack McChange, my dude. Minnesota, Brazil, Tulsa. Let's go. Medellin, Colombia, Houston, Toronto, UK, VA, BNB, please. Boston. Funny, BNB. How dare you? How dare you when you're supposed to tell me where you're from? How dare you defy me? Shout out to the Grace Protocol, Milwaukee, Poland, Blackburn, UK, Boca Raton, baby. Shout out to Boca. Out in Boca, man. Nepal, Southern California, San Diego. BNB, please. All right, now you're done. Now you're done. You got on my nerves. Now you're out. Now you're out. You had to do it, right? I had to put you on timeout, bro. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Denver, Brighton, Lakewood, Switzerland, South Dakota, Italy, Peruvian, Raleigh, North Dakota, Northern Cal. He's back. Constantine, still your backyard. You guys are funny, man. You're in my backyard, man. Cars and crypto. Portugal, Chicago. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right, so here's the idea, right? Here's the idea for BNB. I'm from the future, live from Liferville. You're funny, man. Let's take a look at KuCoin on BNB. I mean, BNB is in a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. You see that? That looks so beautiful. I mean, that looks nice compared to Bitcoin. Like, it doesn't look the same. Isn't that interesting? It's a symmetrical triangle either way. Your 4 hours getting a little high suggests you may dump, though. It is a shoulder head and a shoulder. Funny, right? What do you play? That's when you got to watch world markets and what else is happening. Like, as much as you love your TA, you got to kind of balance all the information together, all right? BNB. Headed down a little bit here on the 1 hour, right? Can it catch? Can it catch this trend line? That's what you're suggesting. So you need BNB to hold this trend line and hold this area, 212. It breaks 212, you're going to 203. And it breaks 203, you're going to 184. The daily's going to tell you more information. Daily's somewhat bullish, but you got to make a new high to remain bullish. So you do have that inverted, which suggests you can get to the resistance here at 240, but you got to get back above 240 to remain bullish, in my humble opinion, for BNB. Otherwise, you're going to make, I mean, people don't realize, man, we could see a serious black swan event. And the shorts are looking really good in the daily. So the shorts are starting to tell us there's going to be a big move to the downside. I have to tell you that. Start looking at all the shorts. Look at a big time short like .3S, right? If they're low on the daily and they have some bullish patterns, then you have to start heating it like a little bit. You have to be like, huh, that's interesting. Now that is like a kind of a whack decentral. It's a, yeah, you could say it's a wedge. Somewhat of a wedge. More of a descending triangle wedge, but similar thing here when you broke out. So I'm just showing you, like, see, this is about to move. If this is going to move, it means Bitcoin's going to take a massive dump. Like, all right. And then if you look at the dollar index on the daily and it wants to dump, I mean, it wants to pump, then you got yourself a problem, right? So you look at US tether dominance. I mean, it's in a falling wedge. It says it has a little more pain, but this thing could get ready to boom. Like, what if this starts to curve? You want to look at the 4 hour. And the 4 hour is about to move on this, you know? And Bitcoin's 4 hours like indecisive. So I just, you know, also look at this. You have hidden bullish divergence on this. Swing up to swing up. For sure. All the way from here to here. It's not a good sign, everybody. This is telling us that we could see some nastiness. You got hidden bullish divergence on tether dominance. All right? That alone should tell you that, and the shorts are starting to go look good on the daily. Something's brewing. Something's brewing. All right? And Bitcoin's in that giant complex head and shoulder. I think we're kind of getting ready for a massive move to the downside. All right? Anything is possible, and we'll take it step by step. But I just want to let you see, you know. And he said DXY is in a massive cup and handle on the 1 hour. Yeah, an emerging cup and handle in a way, right? Interesting. Wow. Yeah, DXY is about to pump too right now, right? Chainlink, I kind of like nastiness because I can accumulate, like, oh, yeah, no, we want it to go lower. We need it to go lower. If you want life-changing wealth, you need it to go lower. Most people are scared of the lows. I'm like, dude, the lows are your way out. Like, you have no choice. So API 3 is looking nice to me on the 1 hour. Defying Bitcoin You know, it looks like the tether dominance. You get it? Like they both want to pump together. So this coin is one of the coins that I believe it's been acting a little on its own, doing its own thing. And so I'm watching this closely. Could be the trade of the day, honestly. It looks the healthiest on the 1 hour time frame right now. AP1, I think it's called API 3, right? No, it's AP13 or API 3. You can hear the birds chirping in this video. It's pretty cool. And the music in the background, right? So API 3, interesting. All right. Wow, we didn't get the likes all the way to 600 today. First day ever, man. First day ever. I don't get it, but it is what it is. We hit gains yesterday. The trade group is growing. It makes me think YouTube's playing games because the trading group just went up again to 608. 2 more people joined the trading group. So how is that happening? We have less viewers. It makes no sense to me. Anyway, I got to get out of my head. But when you're a YouTuber, you watch your metrics, right? Your metrics are important, and you want to see yourself grow. You don't want to see if you're going to go backwards. So anyway, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I love the gains that we're making, so I don't care. Super chat, UNIFI. We'll look at UNIFI. Love that dollar so strong. Spends great out the country. People were probably watching the Fed meeting. There's a lot of streamers right now for Powell in the country, so not good expense. Just a random coincidence of a combination of regular viewers being busy. YouTube does play games, though. God's got you, Sam, and us. Thank you, Subculture. I appreciate that. I get in my head a little bit. Yeah, see, Tom Crowd got 1K. See, I want to beat him, man. I'm a competitive dude. I want to beat him, man. That's why I love learning. Headed to the moon somehow, some way. I'm getting there. Shout out to David Kendall. I love you, man. Let's take a look at UNIFI. So I like this. Is looking good. API 3 may be the only coin looking hot right now. Not the only one, but the one that does look nice. UNIFI, USDT here. Let's take a look at UNIFI. You know what? Some days the stream goes by slow. Some days the stream just disappears. It's almost like I don't even have time and it's gone. Today was one of those days. Like I just looked, I was like 11:44. I feel like I just got on. I feel like I didn't have enough time to say everything I wanted to say or go over all the things I wanted to go over. All right. What about a short of Matic? No, we went over that already. It looks really good. Yeah. And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say should be taken as financial advice. You're going to have to find out if it looks good to you. It looks good to me. And that will be timestamped if you want to check that out. The Matic 3S, but it looks really nice. Yeah. UNIFI also looking good. I see what you're saying here for UNIFI. Wait for that 1 hour to come on down a little bit. Let's look at the 15-minute. If it's spent, it is, but it's playing games with the rest of the market. If Bitcoin dumps, it'll take anything down. I just have to make that clear. We take a look at the 4 hour time frame, and you're getting overbought as well for UNIFI. And you can almost say you're in this falling wedge. Yeah, this is what you're in. And head to the bottom of the panel, the pattern here at the falling wedge right here. It may even break down and make a double bottom. But right now, I'd be looking for this bottom wedge for a move. If that's, 1 hour could come on down. 4 hour, 15-minute. Yeah, you're also up here. So I'd be wary of this idea. If you break out, look for the retest of this area here if you get above. Retests are the greatest places. You don't have to chase candles. Wait for price action to come and bounce off of supports. Bounce off of a lower trend line. That's the best place to get into any trade. All right. Let's take a look at audio. Thank you for the super chat today, everybody. Much appreciated. Well, we had less viewers, but we had more super chats than yesterday. So yesterday we had more viewers, but we made more money today. It is what it is, right? It bounces, it comes and goes. You either get the viewers, you get the cash, Shout out to everybody here in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Wow, audio looking nice on the 2 hour time frame. I like my team, man. You guys are smart. Like, you guys are smart. You guys make me look good. Look at that. All I got to do is show up and the gains come. So I search the coins and find the coins, but you guys also give me the awesome gems. Like, look at this. This is looking pretty good. Now, it could dump, but of all the coins, this is looking pretty hot too. And that's why I tell my students too, just my live stream alone, people give us the awesome, people give it, we don't do the calls. People give us the calls on the live. When this gets crazy and we're in a multi-month bull market and it's getting hot, you know how many people come to the channel and show setups and ideas and meme coins and like, this place becomes a hotbed of information. And everyone's like, how do you know which the hot coins are? I was like, because I'm live every day and people give me the hot coins. Not only do I do my due diligence, but people show up to the stream. We got lifers worldwide that want to contribute. And I'm telling you right now that it's its own entity. This stream is its own complete entity. 4 to 7 to 1 risk reward ratio, 26% risk, 5%. Not a huge risk on the trade, right? Audio looking pretty nice comparatively to the rest of the market. Audio, right? And there's the 22 showing again, 22 viewers, 22,000, and then 1822 at the same time. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? We got more likes than the watchers. Bang, bang, bang. Let's look at audio. Looking pretty nice in the 1 hour too as well. AP13 looking pretty nice. Ape3L looks okay to me, depending. We're going to watch it closely. Okay. Morning started better, but then, you know, Jordan started talking. I'm just trying to find the feed. Like, where is the feed? All right, right here. So he already went and he testified this morning at 9:30, okay? So Jerome Powell on Thursday concluded 2 days of testimony in front of Congress, speaking in front of the House members. Powell said the Fed understands that the hardship is high inflation is causing. We are strongly committed to bringing inflation back down. They can't bring inflation down. I'm telling you this. I've been telling you this a year ago. If you watched my channel 2 years ago, I told you that they were going to try to do this. They're going to raise the interest rates to try to bring... They're never going to bring inflation down. They can't do it. They printed too much money in the last 100 years. Inflation isn't the course of the last 2 years. Inflation's been happening since day one. I started my channel. I started explaining this stuff to you guys. I'm not just a technical analyst. I'm a financial historian. I've been looking at finances, the finance of all different countries throughout the world. I studied gold. I was a gold bug and a silver bug. I was buying gold and silver in 2009. I watched the housing collapse because Peter Schiff told me it was going to go down. Dude, I have 14 years in the game of studying these markets. The Fed will not lower they will not make money. The value of money won't go down. Watch, the Fed will raise interest rates and the dollar will continue to go up. They will look horrible. People will be outside so upset. It's not going to be good. I'm telling you right now. And Bitcoin will be the answer. The scarcest asset in the world. I'm telling you right now. Everyone who was into Bitcoin, everyone who figured out what Bitcoin was, is going to look like the smartest guy 5 years from now. Just like guys who were into Bitcoin 5 years ago are the smartest people now. You know what I'm saying? I got into Bitcoin when it was $1,800. I knew about it when it was $350. I knew about Ethereum when it was $9. I got in at $89. I got lucky. A guy on the street walked up to me. He explained to me what CoinMarketCap was. I got privy to this information very, very early. Okay? And that's why I'm here where I'm at, because I understood what was happening in the world markets. Okay? I understood what was happening in the world markets. All right? And we told you it was likely that the 1 hour would continue and head to the bottom of this pattern, of this descending triangle. Okay? We went over many, many times that this looks like a shoulder, a head, a shoulder, and that we would make another shoulder here and dump to the downside. This would be a beautiful place to start a short inside of a complex inverted head and shoulder. Okay? So just something to think about, man. Wasted a super chat. Didn't cover PLD properly. Are you serious? Babe, look what he just said to me. There's my wife right there. Love you. I love you too, Crypto Wifer. Look what that just said. Wasted a super chat. You didn't cover PLD properly. I told you it was in the dumps, dude. What do you want me to tell you? I didn't cover it properly. All right. Here's a Fibonacci. All right. You're all the way below the 886 retracement. That's a disgrace. That's a disgracement retracement. All right. A disgracement tracement. I don't know how you call it. Put the two words. A distracement. And I just made that up. I never heard it. That's a distracement. So look, dude, you're in the bottoms of the dumps, dude. Like, the 1 hour is coming down on you. Like, you're likely to make a lower low, maybe. Did you hit a bottom? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't want to touch something like this. Like, it's in the dumps, my friend. It's a crap coin, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's a shit coin. Like, I don't want anything to do with this thing. And you know what? You didn't waste a super chat because you got some. Someone told you, hey, maybe you should be trading a crap coin. You know what I'm saying? I think that was worth the super chat, honestly. Like, and I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy, bro. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting heavy hate today, babe. Getting heavy hate. You know what I'm saying? All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. We're going to look at Bitcoin one more time before we get on out of here. And then we're going to jump on out of here. 2 hours went by faster than fast. I cannot believe it. 11:52. I can't believe it. Insanity. So we told you, if the point of control was not held up or you didn't get above it on that 15, we were hoping the 15-minute could throw a Hail Mary. 15-minute didn't. Got rejected by the point of control. It is what it is, right? Now, you still might make a flag and stay in this falling wedge, but I also showed you this. This is a shoulder. This is a head. That is a shoulder. That is a measured move to this area. So we've already given you that idea. All right. That's like a 68% chance you're going to break down. And then we gave you this idea that this was a shoulder. This was a shoulder. This was a head. This is a complex head and shoulder. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream. We said if we didn't get above the point of control, it was likely we would drop to the downside. We didn't get above the point of control. We are dropping to the downside. It's quite simple. So what do I see happening now for the next few hours? I would watch the 1 hour as it continues down. And I'm looking for Bitcoin to bounce off of 20,000. However, that's going to make a descending triangle. Look at this. A flatter bottom with kind of a, a diagonal top. And you have one more point of control. You lose that point of control. You're likely for the descending triangle to break down to your next point of control, which is right here at 19,000. So I honestly think this would be a perfect place. The charts convey this would be a perfect place to start a short all the way back down to 19,000. Now you may, your short will go up. You'll come up again. You'll come back. You'll bearish retest. If you're in the short and you get here, so if you start the short and you end up here and you fall below, you're going to be looking for the bearish retest to stay in the short. If you get back up here, then you close the short. If you get the bearish retest, you stay in the short. So I'm just projecting an idea here that a short may take you down to 19,000. All right. Based on this making a descending triangle, breaking the point of control, having nothing else here but the next big point of control. Usually when you break a point of control, price action drops. Look, here we broke the point of control. Where do we go? Right down to the next one. Then we broke this one. Where do we go? Right down to the next one. We bounce back up to this one. We bounce right back down to that one. Then we bounce right through this one. We stayed in limbo. We came back down, point of control again. We bounce back up. Where do we bounce up? Point of control again. We bounce back down into limbo, bounce up, limbo. And we do, and even though there's no point of control here, that's support and resistance. So I see guys who are stuck on the points of control, but they don't do support and resistance. They miss out on some moves because they can't see that. So I use support and resistance. I just slap point of controls onto them. It's an added benefit, but I stay with my support and resistance. Because look, a point of control guy might have just never even thought there would be any movement here. But a support and resistance guy would have seen the resistance from way back then and entered it in, So be careful. Doesn't look too good right now. However, the 15-minute could stay in this flag. We are getting oversold in the 15, and we'll see what we do. But more than likely, we drop to the downside, to the bottom of this descending triangle that we're forming here and the complex head and shoulder that I see happening. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. If you just joined the trading group, please jump into the boot camp immediately. We have a boot camp. If you watch it for free, that's awesome, but jump into the crypto boot camp. The second you're in there, you're going to watch all these 4 videos. The first video you really need to watch, though, right here, is going to be the YouTube video. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. You're on a great journey. It'll be over before you know it. And if you stick with it and you achieve financial freedom, you will miss the days when you were finding your way. For once you're there, you will realize it was, in fact, the hard times and those emotions that pushed you to become great. Never stop becoming the greatest version of yourself. Never stop becoming the greatest version of yourself. I'll see you all tomorrow on the next live stream. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I thank you all. Have a great day. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and have a wonderful day. All right? Back into the studio. I'm going to be back in my screens. We're going to be grinding it. I'm going to be going through the charts and helping you guys out throughout the day. Be safe. Jump into that Discord. 99 will be the best thing you ever did for yourself. I'll see you there. Peace. Crypto is life.